So here we're going to show you two main modules of PROGNOS system, and as you can see, this one is the simulation tool where we generate the ground truth for our scenario. As you can see, we have different ships going around to different places depending on what kind of ship they are and what they're trying to do. I'm just going to stop the simulation for a while and explain to you what some of these mean. As you can see here, all information about the ground truth is down below, and you have information about ships of interest. When it's a ship of interest, it's because it has a terrorist inside. Also, you can see here on the side things like we define on the simulation where it's water, where we have land, and route, and information about ships and some other entities we have in our simulation. This data is actually generated by partially by Bayesian network sampling, where we generate the initial set of information that's going to be the ground truth for a scenario. Things like who is a terrorist and which kind of ship this terrorist is going to be aboard, and things like that. We also once we have that information, we can actually create the specific intelligent agents that are represented by these dots, and they have specific behaviors. And based on that behavior, they're going to move to different places, they're going to meet different ships, and so on. So that's what the simulation does. Once we have that, we can actually get part of that data out and simulate information, the evidence and reports we would get from different agencies. So once we have that information, we can actually go to our other module called the reasoning module, where you're going to have a user interacting with the system, and then we say, okay, do I have a ship of interest in this scenario I'm looking at? And then I can select this query, and for instance, let's select the ship 33, and if I do that and I run the query, it's going to pretty much connect the dots. And then it's going to put everything together and come up with some possible conclusions. It's going to draw us the situation awareness we want to do. You can see here that we have a Bayesian network to say that. And then we can use the information we got here from the simulation tool and compare it to the ground truth. So again, this was something we did by using reasoning and ontologies and probabilistic ontologies. And once we get that result, we can come here to the scenario itself and see, okay, is this actually true? Yeah, it is. It's a ship of interest. This 33 is a ship of interest.